So the online tickets are now available for Portugal in October. Why is this event so important to us?
It'll shift the frequency of the world. We were told originally that if enough people could merge with their monad on this day, then it would literally move our planet into the new golden age, into the golden future that we're waiting. And I have been given masses of information to enable this to happen. And I'm also clearing people's third eye chakra, raising the frequency. And Adrian is...
I'll be clearing the Akashic records to help you, enable you to do that on the day as well. So we would encourage you to get as many people, when you get your ticket, get as many people around your house as possible so we can all merge with our monads together.
Yeah. And then all the monads merge, and this will illuminate massively the entire universe. This is very important.
Well, I am absolutely thrilled to be able to welcome our beautiful guest today, who is extremely well known. She has been at the forefront of this planetary ascension, and she has been working in this arena for a long, long time. She's written 34 books. 34 books in 28 languages, and teaches worldwide on a whole range of subjects, including angels, ascension, Atlantis, dragons and unicorns. I love dragons and unicorns.
Oh, brilliant.
Beautiful. And her latest book is called The Golden Future. We're going to talk about that. I actually bought the book and I've been reading some.
Oh, right, here it is.
Yes, absolutely. And there's so much to unpack with it, although I haven't even got, I've only got about a third of the way through, but there's so much to talk about with that book. It's really, really inspiring, especially at the moment with everything that we're going through on the planet. And we're also going to talk about the wonderful event that's coming called Raise the Frequency of the World. And this is an extremely auspicious and profound event. You have been told by your spiritual team, and so we're going to talk about that, why that is the case, what's happening, and really encourage everyone to get on board with that. But I'd like to first of all start by saying I asked some of my viewers, Diana, if they could guess who was my special guest coming on board, who's written a lot of books. And would you believe, of all the people in the world, one of my viewers guessed you, Gail JW. I thought, wow, that was so clever.
Yeah, very tuned in.
Yeah, wasn't she? That's what I thought too. So well done, Gail, great guess. So I'd like to just start by welcoming you, Diana, and saying that first of all, I'd like to talk to you about your wonderful book, which is such an important book for this time we are experiencing on the planet at the moment, The Golden Future. And so I picked out just a few things I'd like to share that were important, that stood out to me when I started reading the book. The first thing I got that I picked up was that we have been invited to Earth by Lady Gaia. And, it's interesting to think that we were called here, we were invited, and we are guests. And and so could you speak to that for a moment, please?
Well, yes, because it's really interesting that there are so many people on the planet at the moment. When I was born, there were 2 billion. There are now 8 billion. There is a reason for this, because Source granted a dispensation because so many people wanted to clear their karma at end times. 2012 marked the end of a 260,000 year cosmic era. I mean, it's awesome that we're here right now. And so that ended the era of Atlantis, 260,000 years. And that is the start of the new. But there is a 20-year gap. And in that 20-year gap, every single planet, every single universe has to move up a dimension, except Earth has to move up 2 dimensions because we were behindhand. We were 3rd dimensional in a 4th dimensional universe. Now our universe is moving to the 5th dimension. And so the reason Earth was behindhand was because they sent out a clarion call eons ago for a plane that would embrace free will. And nobody would do it, but Earth.
I can understand that.
Free will. I mean, oh wow, this was considered to be the bravest thing possible. But it's meant that Earth has gone behindhand because nobody expected people to behave as they have done. And so we have gone right down. But this is why there is so much help coming towards us, because we were so incredibly brave to take this on. Yes. And the other reason is that Earth is the solar plexus of the universe. And so, you know, the universe has chakras just as we have chakras. Earth is the solar plexus. And so we're passing the fear and stuff of the universe through us and transmuting it. So we've had a huge job to do. But over all those years, lots of souls have got karma that they haven't completed, and they wanted to complete in this old paradigm, because in 2032, an entirely new blueprint comes into place for Earth. And so all these people wanted to complete it. And so Source granted this dispensation so that there are so many people now on the planet trying to complete their karma at this time. And that's the reason why we are kind of overloaded at the moment as we move into this incredible new frequency, because we've got this 20 years to make the shift, and we're just over halfway through it. And there is this massive portal of opportunity to raise the frequency of the planet between the 22nd of October and the 11th of November. And so there's a 3-week period when it's really possible for everybody. This isn't just for a few people that are into angels and spirituality. This is for everybody to join in and add their energy to raise the frequency of the planet. Of course, it will also raise your own frequency. It's massive for your own leaping forward into ascension, but it is for everybody. It's a very, very exciting time that we're living in.
So the 3 weeks that you mentioned from the 22nd of October, you're talking about the energies in general will be doing that, as well as your amazing event that we're going to talk about soon. Is
Sure.
that what you're saying? That it's just the general energies as well that are going to catapult that for people?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will be supported on many, many levels.
Wow.
And that's why at the event, do you want to talk about the book first?
Yes, there's so much I want to mention in what you've just spoken about. My first question was that when people have incarnated in this 3rd dimensional reality, you have a much greater ability to shift through karma in an accelerated way because of the density. Is that correct?
I think it's quite tough moving through karma at this time.
Yes.
You see, because it's end times, we have to take on all our ancestral karma, all the family karma, the country karma. Up to now, if somebody didn't want to take on their great-grandfather stuff that they didn't finish, they just say no. But now, because if you don't complete your karma, it goes down 7 generations and somebody has to do it. But now the buck has stopped. And obviously it's a soul choice that you come into a family and there's a lot of karma and your soul has agreed to take all that karma on. That's part of your growth. That's part of your accelerated ascension. But it doesn't mean it's easy.
How do you know that you've cleared it for your family? Is it just that you're not triggered anymore and you remain relatively neutral and centered at all times? How do you know that you've cleared it?
Well, you have a sense of it, and then I think you just ask and you'll get told.
Yes.
because
Yes.
people are, and this is another thing that's happening, people are so much more psychic and aware than they've ever been, because as the frequency rises, so does your psychic sensitivity, and more people are getting their 12 strands of DNA reconnected. Now, in Atlantis, they all had 12, in the golden era, they all had 12 strands of DNA connected and active. And so now this is happening again for the first time. And that means that all the gifts we had in Atlantis, of everything from clairvoyance to even the ability to fly, to do all sorts of extraordinary things that are beyond our even understanding right now, are being returned to us as soon as they connect. And actually, it's one of the things that happens on the 22nd of October at the event automatically, as people rise to a much higher frequency than ever before. In fact, merging with their monad that is beyond your higher self, then they will automatically be reconnecting the 12 strands of DNA. It's up to them to activate them. But many things are happening at that time, which is why it's for absolutely everybody and anybody who's interested in either serving the planet or raising their own frequency.
Absolutely. Yeah, to me, it straight away called to me as soon as I heard about it. So yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. I was also going to mention the fact that you said in your book that after 2032, Earth will ascend to an even a higher frequency than Atlantis had, and things like, you know, all the crystals around the planet will activate and things like that. So that's it really showing how amazing this shift will be. Will that be integrated by 2032, or will it take longer to get to that?
No, that will take longer. The
Yes.
thing about Atlantis was that they created this fifth dimensional golden era on a third dimensional planet. We are now moving into a fifth dimensional planet. So as we all move into a fifth dimension, we are sustained by that fifth dimensional energy. And so everybody will move to a much higher frequency than they possibly could then. And it's awesome. You know, they traveled at speeds faster than light. They did amazing things. And that will be part of the new world again. And I think the most exciting thing is the new ecological power that's coming in. You know, people will be using things that we haven't got any idea of now. The pyramid power, lightning power, the power of the oceans. We use it to a tiny little bit now. We'll be using it massively. Plant power. Amazing new methods will come in that are totally natural, totally organic, and free for everybody. Now, they can't come in now because with the current consciousness, we would misuse it. We have to raise our consciousness, and then we can bring in all of these things. As soon as the entire planet and humanity are fifth dimensional, we will automatically attract this abundance. This is one of the things that we are particularly focusing on during the event, because it's all to do with the third eye chakra. As you probably know, the third eye is one of the most complicated and sensitive of the chakras. Unlike the others, it has 96 chambers and it has 7 levels. And we will be raising the frequency of the third eye in all those levels. When that is done, then there will be a shift in abundance consciousness on the planet. Now, at the moment, the third eye chakra of the planet is Afghanistan, and we know what state that's in, but it's a reflection of the third eyes of humanity. So if enough people raise the frequency of their third eye, and I'll be taking them through a meditation, and AJ Roberts will be with me, and he'll be beaming out light from his third eye, because the third eye of the universe is Jupiter, and he is a high priest of Jupiter, and he will then be activating a portal between Jupiter and Earth, and then we all anchor that. And so he will be assisting to raise that frequency while I do the meditation and afterwards. So hopefully this will raise the frequency of the third eye everywhere. As soon as that happens and you have abundance consciousness, you start to get peace. When we have peace and international cooperation on Earth, that's when abundance will come to us from the universe in all sorts of forms. And as you've already mentioned, the crystal skull from Atlantis will be released, the amethyst one that contains all the wisdom of Atlantis.
Yes.
And all the crystals on the planet will come online. They will light up and radiate out their light and all the energies that have been put into them.
Beautiful.
And
I can't wait for that.
I know. Well, and there's a lot of knock-on effects, excuse me, that will take place when that happens to help people on Earth move forward.
That's really exciting. Amazing.
It is.
So
it is. It's amazing.
So I think people are trying to sort of get an understanding of, what's going on at the moment, because, there's so much happening. And a lot of people talk about the population at the moment. So in your book, The Golden Future, you say the optimal population is 2 billion and it's currently 8 billion. So there's a lot of souls that are not going to participate in this ascension process as well, because their souls are not wanting to, for whatever reason, experience that. And so there will be a big decline in population. And I think it's good to talk about that because it comforts people to know that's part of the grand scheme, the higher plan, because when they see people, leaving, that they feel like, there's something wrong, but there's always this higher wisdom and metaphysical reason why this is happening. So could you speak to that for a moment, please, Diana?
Yeah, of course. It's quite interesting that we're seeing huge soul groups leaving at the moment, what we regard as massive tragedies in earthquakes and in other very difficult and challenging situations. And so thousands in some cases are going at the same time, and they are a huge soul group that has fulfilled what they came to Earth to do, and together they are passing over into the light. So it's a choice. If your soul at whatever level does not wish to participate in the new golden age, or they want to continue with the drama of the third dimension, then they will continue in that old energy and they will not be part of the golden age on Earth.
Could they also be leaving because their soul wants to sort of transition and cross over, but then somehow get to the new fifth dimensional Earth in a different way from the other side? Is that
sure.
a possibility?
Sure, absolutely. People can want to serve, but want to serve from the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a task for them to do in spirit.
Yes.
And so they need to go over, have a rest, and then either work from the other side as a guide, a helper in some form to help people on Earth, or they reincarnate in the new golden age. What a lovely thought.
Yes.
So to come in when the consciousness is so different, when people are, the different consciousness is one abundance consciousness. Everybody will know there is plenty. When you're fifth dimensional, your needs are automatically met. So you want a lift to somewhere. You only think it, you open the front door and the car is waiting to take you there. Probably a driverless car has just appeared in response to your request. Now this is like magic to us now. It's beyond our current comprehension, but it's starting to happen all the time.
Yes, can I say that the last 4 days I have had so many amazing things happen and synchronicities and everything's flowed brilliantly and all these wonderful things have happened. And so I really feel like just even the last 4 days it's gone up a notch and I've been able to access that energy more and more. So it's really palpable now, isn't it?
It really is. And people everywhere are saying, wow, you can literally feel the energy shifting on the planet.
Yes.
How I describe what's going on right now. In the book, I give a timeline of what exactly is happening throughout the 20 years and beyond.
Yes.
And then we go into describing exactly what it'll be like in the new golden age. But right now, it's like having a new kitchen fitted in your house. And you choose your kitchen, you think, great. And then you have to go through the old kitchen being knocked out. And that's what's happening still. The old third dimensional paradigm that we've been used to is now being dismantled. All the cupboards are coming off the wall. There's dust everywhere. There's debris that nobody knew was there, all being revealed and released. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, I didn't realize that was there. Whoa. All of that is happening right now. But it's even more than that, because not only are we having a new kitchen in, we're having a new, much bigger kitchen in. And so the walls are having to come down, and it's all being reconstructed. That's what we on Earth are going through now. We're about to start the building up process. As we go through all this chaos, we hold the vision of the fabulous new kitchen that we've ordered. We think about it, we put our energy into it, and that enables us to get through the destruction process much more easily. We might moan and groan a bit about all the dust and dirt, but we know that something fabulous is coming in. And I think that that is the biggest message of the book. Loads of people think this is what it's going to be like forever. No, no, no. They say, oh, what a world we're leaving for our children and grandchildren. Rubbish. We are moving into the most amazing golden future, which is going to be more wonderful than we can possibly imagine, because the consciousness will be different.
Yes.
People are moving into a friendly, warm, welcoming, heart-centered consciousness.
I love that. I can't wait.
Yeah. So this means that our frequency has risen. We will automatically attract to us people on our soul vibration.
Yeah.
So people will not marry somebody they've got karma with. They will only have relationships for love. It's going to change the whole energy of relationships. Children will be born into couples with love. And that means, and of course, the new children will be very different.
Yes.
Because many already are starting to be born with a slightly elongated head like they had in Egypt, which contains a much bigger brain. And now in Atlantis, they used 90% of a bigger brain. Now we use 10% of a smaller brain.
Right, yes.
So
that
we are going
explains a lot.
Yeah. It'll be crystalline energy. Crystalline brain does not mean hard like a crystal. It means the qualities of a crystal. So you've got your own computer.
Yes.
These kids are going to be beyond anything. Already the kids coming in, you ask a 14-year-old to help you with your laptop, don't you?
Oh, yes. I know, they're amazing, aren't they? I just did a show on children, and some of the things they come out with are incredible. They're so ahead of the game, aren't they? A lot of them, they're amazing. So, yeah.
They're prepared for the golden future already.
Yes, yes.
And this will happen more and more. And so many of the children that are prepared for the future, but they can't express it because they've got their 12 strands of DNA ready, they can't activate them because the frequency around them is too low. As the frequency rises, they'll connect and they will be online, and we won't have all these problem children that we have at the moment.
Do you think that could be at the root of like depression and anxiety and all those different things, that they can't fully activate their true potential and true authentic self because they're being repressed in the energy?
I think it's some of it.
Yeah.
I think that there's also the fact that the education system is not designed for children. It's currently designed for the egos of the politicians, nothing to do with what children need. That's being swept away. that will not last much longer. The
No.
new education systems, Lord Kuthumi, the great illumined master, is working very hard on creating an education system for the children, designed for the children, where they get individual attention, which is what they need.
Yes, I'm passionate about that.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait
Well,
for that. That's so important. I just, as I said in my show in children that I just did, I talked about the education system and exactly what you're saying, how the new one will be divinely aligned to bring out the very best in the children and allow them to activate their highest potential, which is so exciting.
well, and can I just say that, you know, our current left brain system, where we just download information into children, incredibly boring, except for a very few.
Yeah.
That it's not designed to bring out their gifts and talents. But the new education system will be much more right brain aligned and will bring forward their gifts and talents and help to develop them. Like in Atlantis, when a baby was born, it was taken to the local and what it came in for.
Oh, I'm sorry, Diana, you cut off there. You were saying, I'll just ask you to repeat that. When a baby came in, could you repeat it from there, please?
Yeah, when a baby was born in Atlantis,
Yep.
it was taken to the local priest, the temple, where they were very highly trained beings who looked at its aura, its energy fields, its past lives, and said, right, this child has come in with these gifts, it's come in for this purpose, this is what is to be developed for this child. And so the whole family, the community, developed those gifts for the child.
Yes.
They were all acknowledged and recognized, and that child was on a pathway that was right for him.
That's the best career counseling you could ever get.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we will return to this because people everywhere will understand what's going on. People will be completely honest because, of course, if you can see auras, you know somebody knows exactly what you're thinking and doing. You are honest, yes. So there is total honesty everywhere. So people then feel safe.
I like that. Yeah, it's just like being transparent. I'm already pretty transparent as it is, so I think I do that already. I wanted to perhaps talk about, you know, your amazing abilities and gifts. You know, you've written 34 books. Where does your, may I ask where your inspiration comes from for everything that you do? Have you a special spiritual team, an angelic team that work with you, just for people that are not familiar with your work?
I work with a guide, and his name is Kumikar. He was instrumental in setting up the golden era of Atlantis, so we're very aligned over that. He's never incarnated. Now, he is my twin soul, so twin flame. He's always been on the other side. I'm on Earth. So he doesn't actually know what it's like to manage a physical body.
I bet you got a bit to say about that.
Yes. That's too much. That's not possible. They have great expectations. But I also work especially with Archangel Metatron. So all the archangels work with me. One of the things that we're doing in preparation to merge with the highest aspect of who we are in Portugal, in the live streams, obviously, is to create an archangel ball. Now, what the archangels do is you call them in, they stand around you in their color energy, and each one is awakening within us, awakening an upper fifth dimensional quality within us. So they are each awakening 3 or 4 qualities, and just doing that and being surrounded by that archangel energy is awesome. It's amazing. And when we have created the first of the archangel ball, start of it, and we're surrounded in the archangel energy, and Metatron comes in and he lights up, illuminates the qualities that we have been given, so they are anchored into our aura. Then Mary, in her beautiful blue light, comes in and places her light all around the archangel ball, so that we attract only love and good into our lives. It's life-changing.
Wow.
It's incredible.
And when everyone comes together too, it will be way, way more amplified as well, won't it? More
Absolutely.
than even the number of people, it'll be way more than that. So is there like a minimum number that you foresee that will be there, or have you got any idea of how many people might come on board with this globally?
We have got no idea. Obviously the main event which is live is full.
Yes.
But all over the world, people have taken live streams, and we have encouraged them to get a group together. I know somebody locally who's taken a hall for 200 people, and so they're going to have one live stream, but that's multiplied by 200.
Yes.
And
yes. Brilliant.
And so, yes. So,
Yes.
and also because the golden future is about community and togetherness. It's a lovely idea. I know somebody else who she's got 4 friends. She's inviting them round. They're going to have lunch together. They will bring a dish. They're going to make it a day for transformation.
Brilliant. I have actually a link below. If anyone would like to book, it's in the description, and you know, you can go there and book this event. There's they can book in a few different things, can't they? A few different ways. Is that correct?
Okay. So the live stream, you can either take the whole day, and that is the third eye, raising the frequency of the third eye. The aim of that is to start bringing peace into the planet and abundance. Mostly it's about bringing that abundance energy in. Then Adrian Lee is doing an Akashic record clearing. Now, he is a high priest of Andromeda, and he has got exactly the right energy that enables the Akashic to be cleared. Now, that's very powerful and very important. And so it's about raising the frequency, clearing the energy, and preparing everybody. Then in the afternoon, I'm doing the monadic merge. Now, what that is, your monad is your I am presence, the highest aspect of you, your original divine blueprint beyond your higher self. And so it's really raising your frequency as high as possible. We're doing that in a number of ways. I was given a meditation 6 months ago, told I must do it every single day without fail, which I have done. And so we start with the 5 masters that are working with us, and they are each giving us something different to enable us to be ready to create the archangel ball around us and receive the energies from the archangels. And then we are connecting with our open hearts to the different planets that are chakras. Each of those hold in a color key, they hold codes, light codes of qualities and things that we need for the golden future. And we can release them with love. And that's the only way to release them, with love. So our collective energy is going up to release those. While we are doing that, there are 10 more advanced stars and planets, and so we are anchoring the energy of those. Now, 2,000 years ago, Jesus came in and he accessed and he anchored the energy of the Christ light for humanity. Now, the planets moved on since then. We are now collectively together going up and releasing 11th dimensional light from 3 planes, Helios, bringing in the divine masculine, the pure divine masculine. And so then that energy of all you can be, and that is being anchored into the planet by Tim Wilde. Then Adrian Lee is going we're going up to Andromeda. We are all collectively releasing that 11th dimensional light from Andromeda, the higher heart of the universe, a perfect balance of love, peace, and wisdom, and anchoring that into the planet. He's anchoring that. Then to Lyra. Now, Lyra, yonder stargate of Lyra, is the unicorn kingdom. Now, that is a pure white 11th dimensional energy of love, contains all the qualities that we need for the
Yes.
golden future.
Yes, because I always knew unicorns mean unconditional love.
Absolutely. Very, very high frequency. Amazing.
I love
It's a healing energy. It's a love energy. It can make anything happen, can raise the frequency. And so I see it as an ocean of white energy. And the splashes that come out of it, the droplets, become unicorns, take the form of unicorns. And so what we are doing together is opening that stargate as we go up with love, entering the unicorn kingdom and bringing down that light and that love, enabling more and more unicorns to come into the planet and touch people and help them. And Mia Kafkios is anchoring that energy into Earth so that we can keep the energy there. It's beautiful. And when we've done all that, we then pass all this energy into Earth, into Lady Gaia.
Yes, yes.
And the light she holds for Earth is gold, golden wisdom. As we bring in all this energy from the cosmos through us, it becomes golden white. That's a higher frequency. Means that the entire planet, we're going to do something to make sure that the entire planet is then radiating golden white light, raising its frequency and taking its place in the universe. And then we bring that golden white light through us and create ourselves a golden white light body, which enables us then to merge with our very highest monad. But here is something special. Because this meditation has changed and developed throughout. When we have all merged with our monads, our monads travel to the same place in the universe. They all merge together. The light created is so bright, it's going to illuminate the entire universe.
Oh, wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
For the first time ever, we're going to be able to touch the 12th dimensional frequency. I mean, it's been a completely awesome journey as all of these things have happened and I've experienced them bit by bit.
With the fact that, you know, we can do that as humanity, we have an ability to be like gods ourselves, like mini creators. And because of that, that's why we're so powerful and that we can do all these things that you're discussing, because the energy that we have all the universe within us and all the DNA of the cosmos. And so our energy is being fully utilized by this process that you're talking about.
Yes. No, absolutely. It's kind of a step-by-step raising in frequency, which is why anyone can do it. Because the people that have been doing the meditation already are raising the frequency to prepare everybody. So even if you have no idea and you just think, oh, I'd like to go and meet a unicorn, or I'd like to meet my angel. Yes, you're ready. You're ready then. And it gives you a massive boost forward.
Yes. Oh, that is very, very exciting. So I will say too, it's extremely reasonably priced. It's only, I think, is it £22 or something like that
for the whole day, which is the 3 meditations.
Everyone can manage that. Yes. Yes.
Especially if they've invited a few friends round and they share it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true as well. So that is extremely special because we want to get to the good part of this, ascension as quickly as we can, and that's going to really shift the gears. And so what were you told in terms of, like, when were you told that this event would be profound in the humanity's evolution? When were you given that information? Was it long ago?
No. It's all just happened gradually over the last 6 months. Wow. And I've been given more and more information. And then Archangel Metatron came in and said, yes, this is going to illuminate the entire universe. And it's like, oh, wow, this is much bigger than I thought. Yes. Wow. And just wait for this bit. I think it's one of the last things that's come through, but it's just awesome. I was working on something else with Serapis Bey. You know, he is the great master from Atlantis who holds the pure white flame of Atlantis.
And I
pure
call all these beings in when I do my work. I set up temple space, and I always call them all in. Yes, like Serapis Bey. Yes.
Because Serapis Bey and the pure white flame of Atlantis, that is the most powerful energy for dissolving and transmuting lower frequencies. So if anyone says they're being attacked by something horrible, or, you know, they're in depression, whatever, the pure white flame of Atlantis can dissolve that and raise the frequency. And so very, very powerful. So I said to him one day, would you put that over the entire planet on the 22nd of October when we do our raise the frequency of the world? And he said, oh, he said, I can't do that without permission, because that would affect the universe, not just the planet. So he said, you'd have to ask the Intergalactic Council. So next day I went to the Intergalactic Council and asked them, and they said, oh, we can't give permission for that without consultation. We'll have to consult the councils of other planetary systems because it will affect the universe. Come back tomorrow. Next day I go back to ask again, and this time they said, yes, we grant this permission on the understanding that everybody who's merged with their monad comes up together to make the petition. And so that at the level that everything, and you know, the high frequency where time is all one, that's already been granted, and that can affect the planet for minimum 25% of the lower energies, but probably much, much more.
Oh, that is brilliant to hear.
Awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. But the stuck souls, they'll see the light. It's a huge, huge opportunity for clearance, as well as all the dense energies at the end of Atlantis and Lemuria. All of that can be touched and cleared.
Because a lot of people are questioning how they're seeing a lot of maybe their family or friends who seem to be stuck in the matrix, you know, the 3D matrix, and they're wondering, how can we shift all that in order to really be able to embrace this ascension process? Because, you know, they're wondering how so many people can seem to be stuck. But when we do an activity like you're talking about, you can energetically shift them and the collective in one go. And that, I think a lot of people are thinking it needs some sort of spiritual event or something like that to really activate some of these souls.
Yeah. And every single person that's radiating out light is touching somebody. It's all helping. So if we can get loads of people to send out more light wherever they are in the world, it will automatically start to help people.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I can't recommend people to join in this event enough on the 22nd of October, which is the UK time, isn't it? The 22nd of October. So it'll be different in America.
Okay, but also with time, Archangel Metatron, he can, as you know, bring time together or do what he likes with time. And so there is a portal between the 22nd of October and the 11th of November. If anyone does the meditation, especially the merge with the monad, between those dates, then the energy they raise will add to the planetary energy. If they do it, and to their own personal ascension massively, but if they do it after that date, then it will just add to their own personal ascension. So there is a time that they can do that in. That's been fairly recent information we were given, so that this will continue. They can get the recording from my website, dianacooper.com, and listen to it in that time with their friends.
I think it'd be amazing to do it while everyone else does it, because you're going to be feeling all that energy of it's going to be,
of course,
yes, very exciting. Well, is there anything else that, apart from, you know, in your book how you're talking about this, it's really important for people to remember that this is the most important time period ever in this planet's history, ever that we've ever experienced. Yeah, I think that's a really important key point.
Yeah.
And that, I like your expression that you said the incarnation on earth is considered to be the Everest of experiences. And then this moment in time now will be the Everest of the Everest, wouldn't it?
I know.
With everything that we're doing. So
Take a deep breath and hang on. Yes.
that's right, like a roller coaster. So what can we expect, like, in this year, sort of going forward, 2023 and going into 2024? What sort of energies do you envisage, just in the short term, that people can anticipate, perhaps? Because a lot of people are talking about how we're going to go into greater turbulence at the moment. So how do you perceive what's going to be happening now?
Well, I see that this portal is raising the frequency, after which there's going to have to be a time of consolidation and calm and peace. Now, that might be chaos in the third dimensional world, but people are asked to stay very centered and calm no matter what is happening on an outside level. People are talking about electricity failures, darkness, all this sort of thing. And I don't know, I haven't gone down that route with my guides at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there'll be a time of challenge straight afterwards, when if you can stay at home and rest and relax and absorb the higher energies, that is the greatest thing you can do. After that, I think that there's going to be an acceleration of things being put into place for the new golden age. At the moment, we're doing the collapsing and everyone's focused on that. But, already cooperatives are being formed. People are growing food and giving it out into their communities. There's an awful lot of other stuff happening too. Little schools are starting up where children are actually getting what they need, perhaps in forests and in places where they're in nature. There is an awful lot going on. I think there'll be lots of perhaps chaos with the monetary systems and things, but we just have to hold steady. After 2032, money will have no relevance. It will all be about exchanging and caring for each other. We won't be having insurance companies because they're not coping already, and they will be gone in 5 years.
Yes.
And so then take care of each other.
I guess the government will be gone pretty quickly as well. Sorry, I've finished. The governments will be probably going pretty quickly, along with the insurance companies, maybe too.
Well, one of the things that we are petitioning for into the Intergalactic Council, and actually I've been making this petition for years, is for high frequency leaders with vision and integrity and courage to step forward now to lead us.
Yes.
And this will, when we all petition for this together, it's going to make a difference. And so the leaders who've been prepared are going to start stepping into role.
Do you think that another really important quality for people to embody at the moment is the ability to surrender and let go anything that no longer serves them? Because there's so much that we have to leave behind now. And I think people find the challenge that is, being able to release everything that they're sort of familiar with, or that maybe they feel secure with because it's been around so long. So what advice can you give to people in that regard?
I think the best thing to do is say, just focus on the vision and do everything you can towards the vision of where we're going. And if you're focused on the vision, it's much easier not to look back and see what you're leaving behind. That's tough,
Yes, like when you're driving, you have to look ahead. You can't look behind or you have a crash. You have to keep looking ahead.
Good analogy. And it's exactly the same now. This is what we need now. I just keep saying, focus on the vision. Don't give energy to conspiracy theories, all of this stuff. It's all darkness. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's all based in lower energies.
Yes.
Just focus on the amazing golden future ahead.
So it's,
and of course, I describe it fully here. So you've got, a really good idea of it. And so the first part of the book is talking about the history, what's happening, the kitchen being collapsing, all of that sort of stuff. The second part is what it's going to be like, what education, shopping, food, leadership, manifestation, all of that, what we will be doing. The third part is going through your spiritual energy centers, naming the lessons in each center. And this I only learned after I'd written the book. As you read those lessons, your angel is working with you and is bringing it forward and clearing the lesson.
That's what really inspired me to buy the book. I thought, I'm so doing that.
Awesome.
I think that's great. I love it.
Automatically raising your frequency, making something else happen. And the last part is really fabulous high frequency exercises that you can do to clear the old out and bring in the new. Amazingly.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's so fantastic to have these things available for us at the minute, to be able to access both the book and the event. And so if people can get groups of people together, or even just share the link below with friends and family and with other people, so we can really spread this event to as many people as possible. I'm wondering how much, globally, how much we can get it out there. I know that I'm going to try really hard to spread the word on this as well. So, pleasure. So, are there any perhaps final gems of wisdom that you'd like to share with people at the moment? You know, there are people that are finding it very challenging with the energies, because that they perhaps don't have the overview of that we've talked about today, which is, that basically it's inevitable that we're going to have this incredible golden future coming.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
And so when you've got the overview, that's so important to be able to integrate. But if they're sort of feeling like they're still in the mud, they're still sort of stuck in the mud down there, and they're wondering how to move forward, what sort of advice do you give to people that are feeling?
A lot of people don't think that they're very important. Remember this: in order to come to Earth at all, your soul has to be at least seventh dimensional. You then go through the veil of amnesia and forget who you are. And I would say, remember, you have everything you need. You've come in for a tough time so that you can help the planet and yourself. When we've gone through this, you will go into something amazing. Just think of this as a challenge now to take you into that. The more you raise your frequency, start a consistent spiritual program, something that you do every single day. It will raise your frequency. Then all the problems that you have out here, these third dimensional problems, can't find you, because your frequency will be here.
Yes.
So as soon as you shift and raise your frequency, all that stuff cannot find you anymore. The most important thing is to focus on your light and raise it and hold the vision for yourself. And you're doing it for your family, you're doing it for your neighbors, you're doing it for the planet. That's the most important thing. Rise above it.
Yes. When we leave this incarnation, say, however long we're here for, because I imagine we'll have a lot of longevity as well. When we go into the golden future, we'll be living for much longer periods. Hopefully, when we
healthily.
Oh, healthily. Oh, okay, sorry, healthily. So when we perhaps leave this incarnation, this even the golden age, when we move on, there will be a sort of like an acknowledgement of our soul that we were here at this time on Earth. And we don't do things because of that, but it's just, it might give people courage to know that this is going to totally accelerate our soul evolution even way after we've been here. So what sort of souls do you think will be able to do and experience after they've been through this process? Because we're going to I imagine, receive great divine rewards for being here at this time and helping this cosmic evolution.
I don't know, but I do know this, that if you've been to Earth and you're out there in the universe, people say, my goodness, you've been to Earth. Oh, you are brave. Oh, wow. And you're considered a hero, that you've dared to come here.
Yes,
You
yes.
have to be a pretty valiant soul to do that. Just remember that. You've got it. You got here.
Yes.
Nobody said it was going to be easy, but you've got here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Dana. It's been such a joy to chat with you and to
thank you.
And also to feel the buoyancy of everything that you're talking about. Even the most sort of steadfast soul at the minute will be, uplifted by hearing these words, I'm sure, because it just benefits all of us to be able to be in the frequency of what you talk about, which is the golden future that we're going to be experiencing soon. And 10 years is not a long time, 2032, to get there in the scheme of things.
Oh,
No. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you and appreciate everything that you're doing. And I'm so grateful to chat with you today. Thank you.
Lovely to talk to you, and thank you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, just another reminder to please check out my website at www.medyhne.com and check out my sessions, my mentoring, my Patreon community, my YouTube channel, Arise Humanity. I've got some fantastic interviews and fantastic videos there. So a lot of time goes into that channel. Please check it out. I also have my Soul Tribe channel on Rumble, and I have a whole range of higher school of learning workshops for you to be able to learn a whole range of different things that inspire you, as well as art, music, and books. So I hope to see you at my website. And if I can help you with anything on your soul journey, please contact me. Thank you so much.